now charities face losing millions of pounds after the government announced new plans to cap tax relief on donations.
Well, the Chancellor, George Osborne, wants to put an end to those using charitable donations as a way of cutting their tax bills. The changes will begin in a year's time with the maximum amounts that can be reclaimed in tax relief sitting at £50,000 or 25% of the individual's income.
Joined now on the sofa by Richard Harrison from the Charities Aid Foundation. So how do you feel, what do you feel about the changes being imposed? How's it going to impact on the charities you deal with?
We're very, very concerned about this. Times are really hard for charities right now. What happens in recession is that demand goes up and the revenues of charities are really under pressure. This is really the wrong time for this to be happening. What will happen is that there'll be a significant reduction in the amount of money that goes to charity. We can't say exactly how much, but it could easily be in the order of hundreds of millions of pounds.
Can't have it both ways though, can we? Because everyone's always saying we're letting the rich get away without paying tax, and what he's doing is, I guess, just trying to close up a loophole.
But you're absolutely right. We should pay our taxes, and that's part of giving society as well. But the nub of this is that we can do that, make sure that happens in a smart way. What angers the charitable sector at the moment is that how the government is talking about this is, how can I put this? I mean, we think they're bringing a hammer to smash a nut, if you like. What we really should be doing is talking about specific ways to solve the concerns that government rightly has. But we have accusations at the moment around, donors and how they relate to overseas charities. We don't see the evidence, and we'd like to have a more mature debate with government to solve the problems that they perceive.
So you don't question the motivations of some of these wealthy donors as to why they're giving to charity?
Not at all. I mean, we do research constantly with donors. We understand that this is a cornerstone of the lifestyles of tens of thousands of affluent people around the country. They enjoy giving. They think it's the right thing to do. What we mustn't do is stifle that goodwill. There is a tax system which encourages giving to charity. We need to embrace that. We need to make sure that, as the government has called for a big society, we let that breathe and we give it the chance to do so. This will not let that happen.
I suppose the argument will be, though, that if that money wasn't going to charity, that would be bad news for you guys, but if it was going into the tax system, it would give us all a better NHS, it would allow us to fund all sorts of projects. That could be the argument, couldn't it? Or do you not see it that way?
I think for us, it starts with the big context. This is an incredibly giving country. A report we put out, the World Giving Index, shows that we're the 5th most generous country in the world. It's about how you help to encourage a culture of giving and how you choose your time to do it. And if this change happens at this time, hundreds of thousands of charities will suffer. The real losers here will be the people, the sick, the elderly, those in need here and abroad, who will end up having less access to care, and their lives will suffer as a result of these changes.
Thanks very much indeed. We're going to talk to Nick Clave about those changes a little bit later on in the programme. Thank you. We've got weather now, haven't we?
Yeah, Lucy is at a wildflower meadow